All right, let's get it, man. Just Incredible's Liftoff Show. We on Power 106. My longtime brother is in the building, man. Akon.
My guy, what's going on,
Damn, it's
baby?
good to see you, bro.
Absolutely.
You're
it's
just
incredible.
Man, you don't stop, bro. You don't stop, and I love it. It's inspiring.
No, I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, man. What's the latest? I feel like every time I turn on my Instagram or TikTok, you are definitely one of the busiest guys I've ever seen.
I'm definitely the stream king. Every day is something new that went viral. Sometimes I'll be surprised.
Yeah, like that, right? Sometimes you don't know, right? You just
don't.
Yeah, we gonna make some moments today, damn.
Yeah, I promise you, something off this thing gonna go crazy.
That's right, man. You've been cooking, man. You got the music as always. Beautiful Day is the record, right?
Yeah, Akon's Beautiful Day, man. Shit went amazing. We just released last week a new single called Never Really Mattered.
Talk to me about it.
Unbelievable record. I think this is the record that I kind of went more into my R&B side.
Okay.
Because I've been an R&B artist since the beginning of my career, but for some reason down the line, I was labeled a rapper.
Crazy, huh? That.
I ain't never hit a verse in my life. but it's good, though, because it kind of affiliated me with the genre that actually was obviously the fastest growing genre globally.
Which is what, R&B or hip-hop? Of course, yeah, for sure.
But I think a lot of people forgot that I was an R&B artist.
Yeah, man. Man, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you don't get the flowers you deserve for, the contributions to R&B, man.
No, absolutely. But I love the idea of just knowing that my contribution actually helped to shape the culture.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
has
happy
it?
with that.
Man,
I'm totally happy with that.
Change the sound, man. You know what I mean? Definitely, I just remember early days at Power 106, every other record was Akon music,
right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, man, it really it's been inspiring to watch the journey, man.
No, that's what's up, man.
Where did the love for music start for you, man?
It actually starts with the drums. My dad was a drummer.
Okay.
He came in from Senegal, came to America working with Catherine Dunham and Alvin Ailey as a djembe player, and then I was just a percussionist. I think that's probably why hip hop was probably the genre that I gravitated to most, because it's drum driven.
Interesting. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And from there, everything just kind of propelled me into doing all these other things, from songwriting, producing, to now becoming an artist, and now utilizing that to do business. So it's been pretty cool.
Business out of this world, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Performances, man. I got to give you your flowers, man, for when you hit that stage, bro. Your connection with the audience is phenomenal. What do you love about performing for crowds the most, man?
Man, just seeing the look on their face. Me also, it's like the excitement of knowing that they know what you created, and they're enjoying it. Not only that, but they take it as one of theirs as well.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause I go to places, where they don't even speak any English, but they singing the song from top to bottom,
word for word.
and I'm trying to figure out, how is this possible? You know what I mean?
Man.
And then I'll be at the airport, or I may be at a specific event, and someone that never spoke English before now is speaking English to me. Saying, yo, man, it was your songs that helped me learn how to speak English. Now, that tripped me out.
Wow.
Yeah, that tripped me out.
Wow. Your music and your songs
Absolutely
led them to learn how to speak English. I love about you, man, you're a spiritual guy, man. You're a spiritual guy, man. I see, you pray every day?
Every day.
Every day. What are some things at this time? Matter of fact, we should start the interview with a prayer.
Man, let's start the interview with a prayer.
Give the energy to our viewers.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Rahmanirrahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amen. I would like to start this interview with Just Incredible, who's the most incredible person throughout my years, who's watched me grow. God, please give him the opportunity to continue to grow as he is and be more incredible than he's been in all these years. And all the listeners, please bless their ears with positive information, positive knowledge, and positive inspiration to continue doing what they're doing and never be motivated not to become who they're supposed to be, but what they're supposed to be for. And that's the goal and the gift and whatever journey you put us on this earth, to create positive change, to create everyone on this earth to unite and become the best they could be and love each other as one and not be jealous or envious or all the things that create a hard black heart and make our heart warm and beat nice and tough, and allow ourselves to be in a position to be strong enough to teach our kids to be the same positive people that we became to be. Thank you, Just Incredible, for this opportunity. Thank you, Lord, for allowing us all to be listening and make this prayer to create a nice positive vibe and energy within our souls to continue today and have a beautiful day. Let's go. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Oh, man, it's beautiful, my brother. Thank you. It's an honor and a privilege. I'm grateful to be in the room with you, man, chopping it up, man, with, just such an icon in this game, man.
Man, appreciate you.
Really appreciate you, my man.
You know this.
Akon is here. So what's the plan with the music now? Like you said, you put out that new song last week. Is there more? Is an album on the way? Yeah, like the people want to know.
Those are the words.
Yeah, right.
What's coming after that?
Because this Beautiful Day record took off crazy, man.
It took off so...
Hit the charts. Sounds so good on the radio as all your music does. But yeah, talk to me about, the rest of 2025.
So Beautiful Day is the first single off of a body of work that's actually to come called Not Guilty. And it's going to drop in first, second, maybe just say the early first part of July.
Full circle title from the Locked Up, you know what I mean, to the,
the convict movement, man, is now convict culture. And we're definitely coming on a whole nother level. I'm actually premiering one of my newest acts, the Simeons, who's actually featured on Never Really Mattered, the latest single. Yeah. So the idea is to kind of bring the culture back into the music, because we realized what we were doing was way more than just music. We literally, this was a culture. So we renamed convict music convict culture.
Love that.
We got a lot of new young blood, a lot of new young, just new artists that's going to be dropping in. And the whole idea now is for people to understand how the music industry is and how it used to be, but find the best collaboratory way to make it actually work.
Love it.
Because I think there's pieces that a lot of young artists miss. You know what I mean? When it comes to how to put records out, how to work it, like the participation and role that they're supposed to play in it. I think we've kind of been so entitled because of the way that the digital world has gravitated,
right,
and basically how it's grown so fast. So a lot of things that we used to do coming up, they feel they don't have to do.
Exactly. And I mean, we touched on it when you walked in the room. This man was 30 minutes early to this interview today, at this point in his career. So that goes to show some of those key moments where we get spoiled by.
Nah, you do.
I got 300 likes on my pictures, so I'm, you know what I mean? I'm moving. Yeah,
well,
but
I'm popping.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, but I always understand that this is still a job.
That's right.
Like, I think we get the music industry kind of colors and creates this visual like facade that this is just all fun and games.
Talk about it.
It's nowhere near it. Like,
a lot of sleepless nights.
Oh my goodness.
Lot of missed birthday parties and things that
things that really matter, but the things you actually are alienated from. Like family. Like special events and special moments. Like it's tough, man.
The sacrifice.
Because you no longer belong to yourself no more. You belong to the world.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love that you're dropping that knowledge on the people, man.
Absolutely, it's necessary.
Akon, what is a hit record to you? A man who's has so many. Describe a hit record. There's records and there's hit records, my boy. Talk about when that motherfucker hit number one.
Yeah, so I think there's like two levels to it, right? You got hit records and then you got classics, right? And I think a hit record is a record that everyone can agree to, that this record is a smash and it does something, right? That just triggers a specific emotion in you that makes you want to support it.
That's right.
And then you got classics. These are records that stand the test of time, that will probably go on for 10 decades or more.
Right.
And these are songs that actually speak to people on something like spiritual that actually everyone can really relate to, or something in that record that will continue to be relevant through generations.
And they remember where they were at in their life when that song was released.
1,000%. Because hit records can be good today, but then you won't really necessarily remember it tomorrow.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of hits that played last year that we don't play no more, right?
Yeah,
But then you still have those classics that no matter what event, what's going on, that record is, you put it on your rotation.
It's interesting. That's changed a little over the years, where like now, like a hit record could be a one and done, though.
Right.
But a classic. Okay, so
there you go.
From your musical preference, like what would be a hit record? Like what's a song other than one you've made that you would call a hit record from any other artist?
Let's say something that might be too early to consider a classic.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you that it has all the elements of being a classic.
I love this. Okay.
Let's go there. Because I'm more of a classic chooser than I am.
Well, I do want to ask you about the classic, but let's start with the hit.
I need a title, because I'm bad with names.
Drake, Hold On, We're Going Home. Is that a hit or a classic?
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
Empire State of Mind, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
That's a classic.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you got a classic in mind? A song is a classic?
Well, it's not a classic yet because it hasn't stood the test of time, because time hasn't challenged it.
Interesting, okay.
But I believe it will be a classic, and
Okay.
that's not like us.
Kendrick Lamar will be a classic.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because it speaks to a specific generation that will always exist,
That
in a
part.
specific state of mind that will always
That state
exist.
of mind.
That's the
that
key.
like back against the ropes.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's always, because we live in a world of diversity, there's always going to be people that believe they're different than the others.
I like that.
So
That's a fact.
in every generation,
Ooh.
there's going to be someone that can actually say, no, they're not like us.
Yeah, man. Damn. Well said.
That's what makes it a classic.
Yeah, me too, my bro. Me too. And my boy breaking it down. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Akon, true or false, man? True or false? You hung up on Michael Jackson one time when he called your phone.
I sure did, man.
No way, dog.
I
The Michael Jackson.
The Michael Jackson.
We just talked about classics and hits. He got them all.
Yeah, that was a classic hang up.
How does this happen?
Yo,
just take me there, bro.
To this day, man, I thought it was a joke. I ain't gonna lie.
Damn.
I was like, man, if y'all get off my phone.
Who fucking around on my phone?
Hey, is this Akon? Man, who that? Mike, man, get the fuck out of here. Like,
No way.
I swear, I could not believe it. Then he called back, and then I was like, wait a minute.
This might really be Mike?
This might really be Mike. And then I hung up on him again.
No, you doubled
That's
down?
what made it a classic. It was two hang-ups at the same time.
It's a double
Then my
hang-up.
attorney called me like, what the hell are you doing, bro? This is actually Mike. I was like, no. He said, yes.
Crazy.
That's what made me say, oh, I'm tripping.
Wow. And what was that conversation like? Do you remember?
It was amazing, man. It was like, okay, because one thing I realized about Mike, he kind of does his research on people.
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't want to call it research, but the way he was explaining me to me.
Yeah, yeah.
It felt like he took time to do his homework on me.
God, you gotta love that, man.
You know what I mean?
You gotta love that.
And then later I kind of, then that's when I realized he's not just a person that just like, he's an actual fan as well. He's a real music fan.
For
like
sure.
he loves artists. He loves what is attached to them. Like he really studies people he admires.
That's right. That's
And
right.
I think that's why there was such a huge rivalry between him and Prince.
Interesting. Yeah. Talk about that.
Because he was a fan of Prince as well.
Right.
But at the same time, Prince
Competitive.
became what magnified his competitiveness.
Competitiveness,
if
yeah.
that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Because he believed that Prince was so amazing that he had to top it.
Elevate every time.
Right.
Steel sharpens
You know what I mean?
steel.
Like
Iron
he
sharpens
loved Prince
iron.
so much, he wanted Prince to know, or he wanted Prince to feel the way he felt about him.
Crazy.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Like, wait till Prince see this. You know what I mean?
Wait till I drop him on that.
Ooh, when Prince see this, oh yeah, he gonna love this shit.
Yo.
It's gonna make him come with it. You know
Bro,
what I mean?
I'd have loved to just
He was
be
one
a
of those
fly
guys.
on the wall
I'm telling
during
you,
those
it
days.
was one of those.
Wow. But it's just that elevation, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Super competitive, but greatness just,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
And that's what I kind of loved about that generation, because they kind of motivated each other
Yeah.
by just being greater.
and not just no drama, no
It wasn't no
subtweeting
jealousy.
and
Like,
yeah.
it was, I mean, there might have been some minor jealousy, because I think all humans carry that trait by default.
Mm-hmm.
Because you may see something that you might want to achieve and someone achieves it first, but that makes you want to say, well, I did it too. I know you did it first, but you can't. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it twice, type thing. You know what I mean?
So true, man.
You
And
know?
it's funny because what comes to my mind when you say that is human nature,
Right.
And the irony of that,
The irony of that.
being a Michael hit is crazy, but
Right.
it's just human. It really is.
It's just human. It's just human nature. You can't take it personal.
What did Michael like about you specifically? Do you remember like some of the compliments he gave you?
Yeah, he felt like we were twins. He was like, man, you're like my twin. We think about, like, I see how you love people, and I think that's my gift, but it's a curse as well.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I will forgive them for any and everything that they do to me, because I know that my heart is pure and what I'm doing is for their benefit.
Yeah.
So they may not understand what I'm doing today, but they'll understand it when I'm no longer here. So when you hear things like that, and then you see how people like just try to diminish his legacy, for me it kills me. Like, I can't be in a room when anybody say anything crazy about Mike and I don't just snap.
I heard that.
I would crash out on them.
You crash.
On
Yeah,
Mike,
no,
for
understood. How do you keep your heart so pure in an industry that's so noisy and a world that could get so dark? That's a question I have for you.
Because I look at the industry as just background noise. It's all hype. You know what I mean? Like, the music industry, just say entertainment industry. That goes to sports, fashion, music, you name it. Hollywood, everyone has this specific vision of what a megastar is supposed to look like.
Okay.
Right? Because they've seen them in their past.
Yeah.
They're hard to reach, and when you do reach them,
Right.
they have this, a certain demeanor that comes with them, a certain way you gotta feel, act, dress, look.
Yeah.
It's a
air condition got to be a certain temperature. The lights got to hit it.
And mind you,
know what I mean?
none of that is coming from the artist himself or the talent itself.
Interesting.
It's the people around them that believes that that's what's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is they also now get pinched. You know, the artists themselves now believe that they're obligated to that kind of treatment.
Yeah.
So it becomes a level of entitlement that because I'm such and such, that they're supposed to do this, they're supposed to act like this when I come in the building, they're supposed to speak like this to me when I come, they're supposed to do what I ask. It's just a certain level because you just see it. Like if an artist...
We're trained almost.
It's actually, again, it goes back to human nature again. It's like we're natural followers. There's only a few leaders within our species, and those are the ones that either going to be reckless or they're going to be inviting.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
Yeah. I know, right? Either they're going to use it in a way
it depends on it depends on who's using it and how they're using it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you may not understand the method of their madness at that time.
Yeah, man.
Because they may just seem like
who comes
out of their mind.
You know who's coming to mind.
But then later you be like,
this.
wow, now I understand why that was to be. Because I promise you, everybody thought that Jesus was out of his mind.
I heard that.
I promise you.
Damn. Okay.
When he was speaking that gospel and there's a higher being and power, they're like, what is he on?
What is he on? What is he talking about? What you on? Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
And 100 years later, you see all these people following and hearing the message and walking through the process, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that was something of history that, okay, cool, he got crucified for it, but that was the sacrifice it took for the message to come across.
Oh, damn, bars. Okay, so I'm just letting this interview flow. But through that, I think of Kanye West. What is he on?
No, he's probably not on anything. He's probably just in his...
I didn't mean that literally. I mean like type of time, like energy, not like...
And I didn't mean it by any drugs or whatever.
Right.
He's in his truth.
Right.
It's to the point where truth has become so, like... foreign. It's an alien.
Yeah, it's an alien. It's an alien.
Truth today is alien.
Yeah. If you speak your truth.
So if somebody tells the truth in a moment where you're supposed to lie, it's like,
right. Nah, facts.
I mean, he's in his truth.
That's his truth.
So expect the unexpected when someone is actually in their truth. They will seem crazy because they're doing the unthinkable. Literally.
The unthinkable.
Think about, we're going back to the entertainment business, this big cloud of fiction. Right. It's all about how you sell it. Everyone's faking it till they make it.
Right.
Everyone's creating this specific aura of them that's supposed to be bigger than who they actually are.
Exactly.
You understand that
when you get someone who is...
if I had to pick a candy, I would say entertainment is cotton candy.
Damn, that's a good
It's
analogy.
fluffed up, right?
Yeah.
But then as soon as it gets wet, it shrinks down to just a piece of hard little rock.
He's spitting bars.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Crystal clear.
What Ye is, he's just in his truth.
Yeah, man.
He's at that point spiritually from the perspective of how he's seeing life that he's now has to be that guy to just literally unpeel all of that stuff that's on him off that he don't feel comfortable having on him, because the only thing he like, if it could be up to him, I promise you, and I'm not speaking for him, but he'll probably walk down the street naked because he'll feel free at that moment.
I heard that.
Away from all the extra things that society attaches you to have to be a part of, right?
Man.
So now that he's in his truth, to some people, the truth is disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because it's actually describing you. Right? And some people, the truth is embarrassing.
Yeah, facts.
Because it's actually describing you.
That's real talk.
You understand?
Yeah, I do.
And some people, this truth is a secret.
For so long, you can't
Tell
talk.
nobody.
Whatever you do, don't
it's
talk.
actually describing you.
Yeah.
Right? So the moment now someone comes out and says what that person is dealing with, the person that takes it, this is how you gotta check. The person that takes it, disrespectful, embarrassing, or rude.
Look, you gotta look at them.
Boom. Because it's something that he's saying that struck a nerve. It's nothing Kanye can say ever that will bother me.
Nothing.
That's Ye.
Yeah.
That's his experience. That's his moment of whatever he's defining in himself to the rest of the world. Why would I be offended by something he said?
Come on.
That ain't got to do with me.
Right.
Now, if I go into my truth and I offend you, I apologize, but I'm just not even speaking about you, to be honest. I'm talking about me.
My truth.
My truth. So allow Ye to be in his truth.
Yeah.
But understand that whatever's in his truth is peeling those layers to actually spiritualize and cleanse him in a way. Because I guarantee he's going to come out a better person than we expect him to be. Or he's probably a better person now. We just don't see it because we haven't accepted it ourselves.
I was going to say we're not giving him a chance to
100%.
fully. Damn, I love that, man. I really appreciate you breaking that down. All right, Akon, let's play Smack That or Pass That. So look, I'm going to give you 3 situations, right? You can only pass that twice.
Right.
You can only pass twice. All right? 3 of these joints, all right? Smack That or Pass That. Akon, you could read 3 of your last DMs out loud, unedited. Smack
I
That.
I can read all Smack That for sure. I can definitely read them all.
You could do that.
It'll be a discovery for me because I'm never on social media, so I don't even know what's DMing me, who DMing me.
Should we
this
do
might
it?
be something fun for me. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do that, actually.
All right, let's see what it is. Who asking for a hook? Who
Let's see,
asking
let's
for
see.
a verse? Let's get to it.
Wait. Am I even logged in? Hold on.
Damn, okay.
Hold on. This is going to be
The
fun.
last 3 unedited.
This is going to be fun. I'm just going to hand you the phone and let you read it. 'Cause
Ooh, okay.
That way I know it. I'm not playing no games.
All right, I'm with it.
I have no idea what's going on in my shit. I'm going to smack
He
that.
about that
I smack
life,
that
fam.
and pass that at the same time. All right, let's see. Where you at? Let me see how to get back in.
He going into Instagram right now for all the viewers watching. He down for he with the shits, man. We gonna get to it.
Yep, absolutely. Here you go.
Oh shit, he's handing me his phone. I'm gonna read the last 3 DMs. Are y'all ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
Hey, your
I wanna
phone
know.
is coming in hot. Your phone is coming in hot. Okay, so I don't know. So hold on. This person just tagged you. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I can scroll down a little
Man,
bit.
listen, do what you want. I don't be on social media. I don't care.
All right, this is a fan. He reposted you.
Okay.
Okay. What do we got here? Damn, Lil Wayne. What did Lil Wayne say?
Okay, what's up? What up, Wayne? I ain't know that.
Yeah, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne just said, "What up, big homie?"
Okay,
Lil
shit.
Wayne just
respond.
said, "What up, big
What
homie?"
up? Hey, there you. What up, Wayne? What's poppin', baby?
Okay. All right, and the next one's just a fan. Well, I don't know. This one says wifey. Her name is wifey.
Let me see. Shit, let me see. Might make sure it's the right one calling herself wife. Okay, that's wifey.
Is it really?
That's really wifey.
Okay, all right, cool.
I just gotta make sure, you know?
I'm gonna keep that private, but it's just a picture. It's just
Yeah,
a
it's a
picture,
picture.
of what looks like to be the family. Damn, Akon, you really about that, man.
Yeah, I'm simple.
All right. That's the last 3 DMs. If I'd have scrolled any further, it could have got crazy. But damn, Wayne?
It probably wouldn't have got crazy.
I gave it a look.
It'd probably be all fans, honestly. You'd probably be like, man, this nigga bored.
That's dope. He with it. I know. Damn, Akon. All right, smack that or pass that. Perform the hook to I Wanna Love You right now on the show.
All right, let's do that.
Ooh.
Is that a smack that?
I guess he's with it. He said
do
he's
it.
with it. Smack that.
I'm always with it.
All right, classic. You and Snoop Dogg. I Wanna Love You.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
I see you whining and grinding up on that floor. I know you see me looking at you, and you already know I wanna love you. You already know I wanna love you. Yeah, you already know, girl.
Crazy, my brother.
It is.
Ooh, hey, man. Shout out my brother Akon in here
already
getting
know,
to
baby.
it. Getting to it. What was it like cooking up that joint with Snoop Dogg, man?
Man, you know what's interesting? That was the only song that me and Snoop wasn't in the studio together for.
Really? Okay.
'Cause that song actually...
Damn, you wouldn't know it by hearing it.
No, you wouldn't
know it by hearing
But
it.
Snoop is a pro, you know what I mean? And our chemistry together has always been like
Locked
super,
in.
super locked. Any other thing that you heard me and Snoop together, though, we was in the studio together to do. But interestingly enough, it was like that song had got leaked
Crazy.
before it was supposed to get leaked.
Damn.
I had originally made it for Trick Daddy as a producer and a songwriter.
Wow, okay.
Right? And then the song somehow got into the hands of Plies.
Dope. Wow.
Plies deboed it, right? Took his verses, put that bad boy on satellite, and before you know it, within that whole weekend, I don't know what happened, but it was everywhere.
Damn.
Like it was like literally everywhere. To Steve Griffin called me, was like, "Yo, did you just release a record?" I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" He said, "You got a hit record in Miami." I said, "Wait, how is that possible?" He said, "You know a kid named Pliers?" I'm like, "Not really."
At that time,
Then
right?
he sent me the record, and I was like, "Oh, this shit smash! Like this is a monster." He said, "No, Akon, I need that record right now. It's a record. We need to put this record out." I said, "Cool. Let me find out who this kid is, and we'll put it out."
Okay.
He said, "No, nobody knows him. You need someone that everyone knows." I was like, "But the kid sounds dope."
Yeah, like what's up?
And if it's already a hit, then what's the problem? You're like, "No, you're not understanding. You're a major artist now. You can't be working with an unknown artist. We got to find somebody." And I was like, "What do you think about Snoop?" He said, "Can you get a hold of him?" I said, "Yeah, of course. That's what we need. Get Snoop." I called Snoop. Yo, Snoop, I got this record. Yo, listen, it's a major smash already on this side, man. He said, "I will send it over, nephew." Damn. I sent the record. Literally within 24 hours, he sent it right back. He must have already been in the studio zone. He's like, "Man, this record is out of here, man. But I need to use it for my album, too."
Yeah, right.
I said, "Well, hell yeah, let's go.
Get it.
Why
Let's
not?"
get it. Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was one
what
of those
a dope
moments.
Story,
literally,
man.
And within a week of us hearing it leaking, we had got Snoop on the record, got it back, got it printed and resurfaced the following week.
Damn, like it was moving that quick.
It was moving that fast. Like if we didn't move at that moment, it would have been a wrap. And then
Right.
crazy enough, man, I felt so bad because I was like, "Damn, this is a dope ass kid." You know, I don't know what his history or whatever the situation is, but I just felt like I took food out of Plies' mouth at the time.
Interesting.
So I reached out to Flies and was like, "Man, listen, I apologize. I know it's some political stuff, man. I mean, he wasn't really supposed to have the record, to be honest. But the point was that he had motivation to get somewhere.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Look, I'm gonna make it up to you." And that's when I gave him, what's the name, Hypnotize. Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, what a story,
Isn't it
man.
crazy? Yeah.
The history. And a testament to you. Like Snoop knew when you called though what time it was.
Yeah, he knew.
He knew. I love that. There's only been a few artists like you, man. Like where, you know, like if you're involved with the record, this got that hit potential. Like that,
for sure.
Man. This got that hit potential. Talk to me about Smack That, you and Eminem.
Oh, that was a monster record too.
Sheesh, bro. To the moon.
To be honest, I didn't think I was gonna pull that one off.
Like that?
Wow. Because I just, at that time, M was almost untouchable. Like you couldn't get to him.
Right.
I just had a mutual friend, Obi Trice.
Shout out to Obi Trice.
I had just produced a record for Obi Trice, the Snitches record.
Damn,
right?
fire.
And I was like, "Obi, I need one." He's like, "Well, nigga, what can I do for you? Like, whatever. Like, you came through for me, whatever." I said, "I need you to connect me with M."
And he's like, "Oh,
he's
shit."
Like, "All right, but shit, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but the closest way to do it, you're gonna have to fly to Detroit. You're gonna have to come out here to the D." And I was like, "All right, well, shit, fuck it, no problem." So I fly to the D, get with Obi. We hung out the whole first day, he couldn't get a hold of him. Second day come, he said, "Yo, word, I just got the kite. He at the studio. We gotta go now. We
on the move.
Right?
Yeah.
I get in the car, we go. Hit the M studio, M in there working. We pull up, M's like, what's up, we cool. Everybody, we could finally get to meet each other. Super, super cool at the time.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting what to get, but he was, man, super cool.
Right.
A1, and he was like, we was talking, I was just asking him basic questions. And I was like, man, I got a few ideas that I want to do for us. I got some joints, and but when I walked in, he was messing with the drum machine.
Okay.
And I was like, wait a minute, you produce too?
Because he produced the record, right?
Yes.
Wow.
I was like, "Bro, you produce too?" He said, "Yeah, I got beats." I said, "Man, play me some beats." Like I'm in there, I'm thinking I'm gonna go in there and work the record for him, make one for me in the meantime.
Right.
But he was already producing. I was like, "Let me hear some beats." And the first track that he played me was doom doom. I was like, "What?" I said, "Oh no, I need this." I picked 5 tracks that day.
Crazy.
I recorded 5 tracks that week.
Wow.
But Smack That was the first one that I did.
Crazy how that works.
I mean, soon
First
as I did it, I was like, "This is a smash." And was like, "Yeah, it is."
Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy.
And the funny part about it, he was like, "I think I'm gonna jump on this one." And I was like, "Hell yeah. I think you should jump on this one."
That's a great idea.
You don't want to miss this boat.
And you've had a couple
And
good
you
ideas.
produced it.
Really
Remember, you did produce this one. You did produce this one.
But now's a great time.
Now's the perfect time. And sure enough, but the following day he came back with that verse, I was like, "Oh my God."
Damn, man.
But I still got the other records that he produced too that I'm most likely
release at some time?
I'm 1,000% release them.
That's going to be
without
so
a question.
fire.
I'm definitely
them secret stash joints.
Yeah,
man.
I'll just wait for the right moment in time.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Is there ever been a feature you did that you kind of regret, but that check was just so damn good?
Actually, no.
Love it. Okay.
Actually, nah.
Never.
Nah.
I don't. Now that I asked that question though, and here in this conversation, I don't fucking think you would even do that unless you were already connected.
If I'm locked in, I don't even. And back. Well, it depends. Like I would say, 75% of my songs that I didn't charge.
Really? Damn. Yeah. Okay. 75%. So was there ever a hit that came out on a feature and you didn't charge? Like, could you share one where it was like,
man, I didn't charge Jeezy
for Soul Survivor.
Yeah, which I produced and wrote. I ain't charging for that because that was for the fam. We needed one to represent the fam.
And I love it. It's such a cultural record that like
that's something we needed.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't. Man, I'm. Probably now that I think about it, the only people I actually charged was the pop people, because I knew they had the money. All the pop records, I charged every last one of them. That was $100,000 a record. But the hood, they would get it for free.
Yes, sir.
So it's almost like, now that I think about it, all the big pop, just crossover records was I hit them up.
You hit them.
But all the urban stuff, that was like for the streets.
For the culture in the streets.
That was for the culture.
That's so dope. That's really dope to hear, man.
Yeah.
That's really dope to hear. Ever a song you passed on that turned out to be crazy that you were like, oh, shit. And maybe you just didn't have time because you're moving 100 miles per hour.
There was, but I'm trying to remember which ones it was at this point. It was, which song was that? Oh, well, you know what? I wouldn't want to say it was songs that I passed on.
Okay.
But I can definitely say there was moments that I was too busy to pay attention.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
And I lost the opportunity. There's two. One was Drake, which was the first one. And ironically, the second was Kendrick Lamar.
Really? So are we talking about being a part of their career in terms of...
Yeah, being a part of their careers.
Wow. So Drake...
Being a part of their careers.
Team comes to you, you have an opportunity to get involved.
Well, actually, Cardinal Official at the time.
My guy, Cardinal.
Cardi was the one that brought me Drake's demos and was like, bro, I'm telling you, this kid is going to be the next biggest thing coming out of Canada.
Wow.
At that time, yeah.
When you heard it, could you feel it? Like,
well, at that time, he didn't sound like how he sounded. It was more, he sounded, believe it or not, more like Eminem then.
Drake sounded more like
Eminem. Yeah, that demo sounded more like that.
Interesting.
And then it was until maybe 5 or 6 months later that I heard a record, which was the melodic one.
Like Best I Ever Had?
Best I Ever Had.
Best I Ever Had, okay.
And I was like, ooh, this kid is out of here.
Nah, when that
and then Cardi was like, nigga, that's the same kid I was telling you about. And I was like, but he didn't sound like that. Like, what the fuck was that?
That is
you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Now that I wouldn't have hesitated. That would have caught my mind instant, because I was into my melodic rap vibe then. That's why T-Pain was one of them things that I didn't miss at all.
Exactly.
Because he was already on that wave. So it was a little bit different.
Interesting.
Right? With Kendrick, it was more from a production perspective.
Okay.
Because Kendrick was Two T's was on the road with me.
Okay.
That's like my family. And he would always come to me and be like, yo, you need to get in the studio with Kendrick. You got to get it. I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm going to do it. But it was always a time because I was always out of the country.
That's crazy. Yeah,
I was always out of the country. Like and then, at the time, Kendrick was always in L.A. He wasn't as big and he couldn't move around like that, but Two T's was with me all the time.
Yeah.
So, and I was the kind of producer, when I actually liked the artist, I wanted to get in the studio.
You want to get in.
Right. So T's was like, man, fuck that, man. Just give me a track, like give me a folder, whole bunch of beats, and I got it. I'm gonna get him to get these records done. And I was like, yeah, but he's so raw, and he's not, the typical rapper. I want to create a sound and mold to work for him. And it's funny enough, when I did make it to LA, I was with Dre, and Dre was like, this is gonna be one of the biggest artists I've ever signed.
Wow.
Dre said it out of his mouth.
Damn.
He said, Con, you don't.
It's gonna be.
He said, Con, do not let this kid's albums go without you getting on them. And I was like, don't worry, I'm on them. And again, I go back on the road. I'm a global traveling world.
Moving.
No, it's like that. And till this day, I'm like, I should have made fucking time, because I always wanted to work with Kendrick.
Yeah.
Because I just felt like he was something special that I wanted to create a sound around, I didn't want to just throw him beats and just let him go ham. I just felt like he was worthy of more of my attention.
Absolutely.
If that made sense.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah.
You
so that's if I was to say to answer your question, it wasn't a specific song, but it was a specific opportunity.
Those two opportunities.
Yeah.
Crazy. But it's crazy, time. It's all about timing.
It's all about timing, because God has his own,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wow. These stories are incredible, man.
Crazy.
These stories are incredible. What's the fastest you've ever cooked up a hit, man?
15 minutes.
15
minutes.
15 minutes.
Literally.
Holy.
Literally. I Want to Love You was done in 15 minutes.
Sheesh.
That was literally in 15 minutes. Like, literally in 15 minutes.
Do you remember where you are when you're recording this? Like,
Yeah, I was at Patchwork Studios in Atlanta.
you're in Atlanta.
Yep. So Survive was done in 25 minutes. Back then, it wouldn't take me more than, like, I would set myself a timer, 2 hours, like 2 songs an hour. So I would give myself 30 cents. I would give myself 30 minutes per song within that hour. Sometimes I finish earlier, then I'll get another one done. Now, if I like, for instance, when I did I Want to Love You, at that same day, I was doing another record that I was at the time I was making it for Jermaine Dupri, but it was another record it was called A-Town.
Okay.
So when I finished that record in 15 minutes, I had 45 minutes left to do the A-Town record. Damn. And that one actually took the whole 45 minutes.
Really?
Because it wasn't really my vibe at the time, but it was something that I felt like it was a challenge for me.
Yeah.
So I wanted to hurry up and finish this one so I could have more time to finish the other one. And that's how I would challenge myself that way.
Yeah. Damn, bro. Damn, these stories, those studio sessions are just
those are the
you
best.
were in your bag. Like,
those are the best.
When
it comes to songwriting, I don't know what it is. I know it's for sure it's a gift from God, but once I hear the track, I'm already knowing what's gonna go on it. Like, it just comes out, it just flows out.
It just flows out of you. I feel like with Smack That, it was the same thing, right?
Yeah, Smack That was just super easy. That was super easy.
I could just picture you in that studio.
That was super easy. I was done with that one. That one was a little bit longer because I was in a different environment.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
Like, when I'm in my studio, things move a little different. When you're in somebody else's studio, it's a lot of energies that's going on there that just, you gotta tap. Once you find that pocket though and you tap in, it's a wrap.
I love it.
Yeah,
hey, look, Akon's here. I could ask him a million questions.
Of
I'm
course.
having a blast talking to you. You said more music on the way.
Yep.
Even some stuff from the vault.
You
know what I mean?
I'm definitely coming with all that stuff, man. Now I'm doing the music more for the fun of it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm enjoying it now. It's not more so back then it was for the business.
Yeah. What other stuff other than music? What else you working on, man?
Oh man, we got the documentary that I'm working on.
Okay.
It's like a concert film type of thing.
Okay.
It's with me and Burna Boy.
I was gonna say, I think I read about this.
Yep.
Okay, you and Burna Boy.
It's called Headliners Only.
Well, that's the thing. So I didn't know you were involved with the Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, right?
No, actually Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
So me and Kevin
Chris
Hart.
Tucker, was it? No.
It was Kevin Hart and Chris Rock. That was the first
on
Headliners Only.
Netflix. Yeah. When I heard the name Headliners Only, I was like, damn. And then I did my research.
Yes.
Crazy. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So me and Kevin Hart partnered up to do all the entertainment Headliners Only, starting with me and Burna Boy first, and then we're gonna do I'm gonna announce the names as we go.
Yeah, for sure. So you and Burna Boy,
big.
it's gonna be like more of a concert vibe.
Yeah, concert series, but it's really more a documentary where I'm interviewing Burna interviews me into my life story and challenges and journeys going up, and vice versa for his. And then in the end, we actually do a concert together.
That's fire.
Yeah, so we shot
a concert
the concert in LA.
it's happened?
We shot the concert in LA 2 months ago. Yeah.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one he came to.
Oh, shit. Fire.
Yeah. So now, soon we're going to start putting out the trailers, the teasers.
Can't wait, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Can't wait. What's it like working with Kevin Hart?
Oh, no, I mean, that dude is...
Is it just jokes all day long? Like,
it is, but it's like it's like jokes that turn into real money. See, that's the difference.
Kevin Hart is jokes that turn into real money. That's the difference between some of you barbershop comedians. This is the real deal.
That dude not only is unbelievable businessman, but he understands. Like, he knows it's bigger than him.
Yeah.
And I think when you look at comedians sometimes, they really think that the world revolves around them, right? Interestingly enough, they're like, to me, I kind of want to say tears of a clown. Mm-hmm. You ever heard that saying? Where they make everybody's life better, make them smile, laugh, feel good, but then their lives themselves is like, it's like a special dark place that they conceal from everyone else.
For sure.
Right? And I noticed that with comedians. As I start working with Kevin Hart, I start running into other comedians that's aware that I'm working with Kevin.
Right.
Right? And then I hear the stories and I hear the things that they say. And I'm like, man, that's not funny.
That's not funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, wow, I'm sorry to hear that.
Damn.
You understand? It's
Absolutely.
like, so you start to get into the life of their lives and what they're going through and what they're dealing with. And then they turn it right on and jump on stage, and you would think they're having the best day of their lives. I always believe being a comedian is probably the hardest job to be as an entertainment system. Yes,
comedian.
Because even when you're going through hell,
you gotta
pretend like you always constantly happy.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you've experienced it too, I'm sure. Concert nights where it's just not the best, or the session's finally time to get in there and you're going through some personal stuff with family and loved ones. Yeah, it's tough, man.
It
I mean,
is. No
you
joke.
make it look easy, bro.
It's
you
no
made
joke.
it look easy for many years, and it's just been an honor and a privilege to, as a DJ, you make it easy.
No, that's what's up, man.
Cats
That's
like
what's
me,
up.
I know I speak for a lot of DJs.
That's what's
Final question for you, man. Smack That as a part of the catalog, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's demanding a trade from your catalog. It wants out. It wants out. Up for grabs. T-Pain's Good Life and All I Do Is Win is on the trading block.
Right.
Are you making the trade?
Nah,
You wouldn't do it.
absolutely not.
Why is that?
Smack That is probably the most, I would probably say the most impactful record of every record I've ever made.
That's the most impactful.
1,000%. And I know this for sure just by being in a position, and it's attached to a legacy like Eminem, who's created such an impact in music,
That part.
right? And what he's single-handedly done in hip hop as a white boy, it's unfucking heard of.
That part.
And he held it down for so many years, opened the gates for others to be able to thrive like 50 Cent, right?
Yeah.
And build other opportunities for other people to win. I just feel like being attached to that legacy was bigger than the song in itself.
Yeah.
And then the song itself being such a huge, billion streamer, like that was my first $1 billion stream.
Damn. Like
I mean,
that.
that was my first billion stream,
Yeah,
award.
one of those. Yeah.
It was Smack That, bro. Like,
And-
I would have thought it'd probably be Mr. Lonely, bro.
Right.
It was Smack That.
Smack That. And the
know
other
what I
thing,
mean?
you don't hear Eminem on that tempo very often. So when that moment happens,
like that was just that was
a real
special,
piece. It's
and
a
it
real
might be a one of one. I don't know if I'm able to get him again.
maybe not.
Think about it.
Maybe
Like
not.
think about where he's at today in his career and mentally where he's at musically.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take 2 Obi Trices to convince him to get back in the
To come
studio.
around. Yeah.
So now I gotta get Obi, and I might have to go pull 50 too.
Yeah.
I might need Obi and 50.
Yeah.
And I might have to. I'm gonna need some power to get him back in.
I asked
You know what I'm
Neo
saying?
if he would trade Miss Independent to the Dream for Umbrella, and he said the same thing. He said, "Nah, I wouldn't do it."
Right.
Tempting, but nah, he wouldn't.
Very
do it.
tempting.
Very
now,
tempting.
Now, if you was talking about Billie Jean or Beat It, then I'd be like, okay, let me think about this. You know what I'm saying? But then, when I think about it, none of those records got 1 billion streams on Spotify.
That's right. That's right.
So,
Man, real
You know what
quick,
I'm saying?
yeah, I appreciate that answer, man. That's a great answer, and it makes the people think, and that's what I love. Good Life and All I Do Is Win, though. Speak to the greatness of T-Pain real quick.
nah,
man.
Pain is, man, honestly, it was a blessing just being in a position to be attached to his legacy. Like, Pain is the one threat that I ever thought that I may have in the music business.
Like that, really? Wow, really?
He's the only one. He's the only one that I would be afraid of. He's that talented.
He's that talented.
He was the only signee that I said, you know what? I would rather he be a part of my system than me competing with him.
Ooh, that was your Michael Jackson Prince moment.
1,000%.
Wow, what are you? Oh,
And
dude.
I know for sure, and he'll probably testify to it, that he's Michael Jackson and I'm Prince in his eyes. And vice versa. Because when I do things, I'll be like, ooh, wait till Pain hear this shit. And I know for a fact, when he do, he be like, when Kanye hear this shit, I guarantee you,
Yeah.
he going in, he going back in.
Yes,
like,
sir.
we have that.
Love it.
And it's all love. So it's like, the way we was able to connect, still be like brothers till this day, never ever had any conflicts whatsoever between me and him. And to be able to represent his talent on my label, to me, it was like, it's like I can't thank God enough for putting him in my vicinity to give me that opportunity to do it. More than anything, I can't thank him enough for believing in me to allow that to happen, because he had so many other situations.
I bet.
And he chose to go with me, even though I didn't have everything I needed at that time, but I knew what I could do and I knew what I was capable of, and I was just happy that he believed in me to to be able to do that for him.
I love it, man. I love
what
it,
I mean?
man. Yes, sir. Beautiful stories, man. Akon.
You know it, buddy.
Love every time, man. So many years, bro.
Yeah.
We done seen these buildings turn into whole new rooms now, man.
You know
And
it.
It's great to be a part of the elevation, and you've inspired me so much over the years, and thank you for all of your contributions to music.
Nah, thank you.
From songwriting to singing to producing, bro. You're one-on-one, my boy.
That's
one-on-one, my
Thank
boy.
you, man.
Be on the lookout for more new music. Beautiful Days, man. Great record,
you
man.
know it.
Great
You know
record,
it.
man. And you mentioned the other one you just released last week as
Yes,
well.
Never Really Mattered. Never Really Mattered, man. It's out now. It was #1 most added last week on radio.
Congrats.
I'm super excited. I think this record's going to do just as good because it's one of them records that people never heard me in an R&B setting yet. So this is going to be the first time they kind of be like, ooh, this is a little different.
Come on, man.
But it's hard. You're going to like it, I promise.
Go crazy. Go crazy. Akon's here. Just Incredible's Liftoff Show on Power 106. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace!
Woo!